Hey everybody, what's up? It's Gigi from Budgeting for a Foodie, and I am back to close out my December 2021 budget. And currently today is New Year's Eve, so I finally crunched all the numbers. I added them to this page to save time. So I'm just gonna hopefully be fast and go over what I did. I usually write out a rough draft because if I don't do that, then this page will be crazy with like whiteout or like I have to erase it. So it's just a mess. Anyway, so let's zoom in a little bit and go over all that I spent this month, which was a lot. All right, so this is the Where Did My Money Go worksheet, and it's in the Budget Moms Paycheck by Budget workbook, and it's always in the back of the month. And I always think this is really helpful to go over all of your categories and spending for the month. So for this month, my income was $6,326.91, which is a lot for me. I had a $600 Golden State stimulus check, and I did a little bit of overtime in November at my state job. So that was like, I think $220. So it carried over into December because the state process is slow. So that is why my income was up a little bit more than usual. Moving on to the categories. For groceries, I originally budgeted $300 and I spent less than that, $245.99. And I highlight when I think it's like good, when I was under budget. And that was 3.9% of my total income. You take your monthly that you spent, divide it by the total monthly income, and then that'll give you your percentage. Moving on to restaurants, I spent a lot. Your girl was eating this month. We budgeted $662.51. We spent less than that, which is still a lot for, I'm just one person. I don't have a family. I spent $607.97, and it's green because we were under budget technically, and it was 9.6% of my income. So I eat, what is that, like 14% of my income? I eat my paychecks, basically. Moving on to car, nothing spent there. Gas, I keep budgeting $150, but I might have to lower that. I only spent $90, but I really didn't go anywhere this month. I've been fighting a cold all week. I might still sound a little congested. So I've been teleworking the last 2 weeks from my state job, so I really haven't driven anywhere. Anyway, so I was under budget $60 in gas, and my percentage of income was 1.4% in that category. For miscellaneous entertainment, we budgeted $295.44. And I did go over budget. I spent $353.67. So I was $58 over budget. That was 5.6% of my income. And I did buy a concert ticket with some of this extra money. So that's why I'm over budget. We'll just blame it on the concert. For personal, I want a little ham. I budgeted $599.31. I spent a lot more than that. I spent $744.75, which is $145 over budget. You know, those Black Friday sales got me. So I splurged. I bought a lot from Kohl's. I bought clothes from like Target. That's not part of Black Friday. That's just an excuse. I bought Lush stuff from Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas. So yeah, I treated myself this month. So that was 11.8% of my total budget. And then moving on to subscriptions, I budgeted $134.94. That's what I spent, no difference. It was 2.1% of my income. Nothing fun there. Home, I budgeted $2,015.48. That's what I spent, no difference. That's 31.9% of my income. I did have a roof fee or invoice that I paid. I had 4 broken tiles on my roof, and then I added downspouts to my gutters. So that was like $770. So that's a little more, but I had budgeted for that expense. And then moving on to utilities, we budgeted $366.66. That's what we spent. No difference for 5.8%. Debt category, I budgeted $356.78. I spent close to that, $654.30, which is less than what I had budgeted for, like a $2 difference, which was 10% of my income. I really didn't focus on debt this month. I was focusing on myself and my eating, clearly. So I could have put a lot more towards debt, but I was splurging. But I mean, I didn't add more to my credit card debt. So this is still a win for me. It's Christmas time, okay? Moving on to, I feel like I'm out of breath. Okay, we need to just breathe while we talk. Moving on to gifts. I really don't have to buy that many Christmas gifts. Like I do Secret Santa with my friends, and then my parents are easy. My brother, I don't. We just go to the movies all the time, all year round, so we don't really do gifts too much. So my Christmas gifts were only $189.03. I didn't have a sinking fund for that. I just cash flowed that. So we were under budget by less than $1, and it was 3% of our monthly budget. Not bad. Pets, I budgeted $30 for the cats, and I spent $21.54, so we were under budget $8, and that was only 0.3% of our budget. They were cheap this month. Sinking funds, I budgeted $400, and we spent $418.99, so a little bit over. I still budget that in green because green is good. Okay, so my sinking fund monthly percent of my income was 6.6%. For medical, we budgeted $160 for my braces, and that's what we spent on them. And that was a 2.5% of our monthly income. Household, we budgeted $120, and I spent $124.28, so we were over $4. So I had $9 left over in cash, and I'm saving that in a separate envelope. That's, I think, gonna be a new thing I'm gonna start, kind of like a revolving sinking fund that I'm not really gonna count. It'll just be my extra cash, and that'll go towards like paper towels, household stuff, you know, toiletries, cleaning products, that kind of thing. So household was 2% of our budget. And then for travel, I spent $25 on a plane ticket because I had a plane credit. So I booked a flight and the extra was just $25, so not bad. And it was 0.4% of my income. And then moving on to technology or electronics, I budgeted $174.31. That's what we spent, and that was 2.8% of our monthly budget. For cash and checking rollover, we have nothing. I took the $9, like I said, and put it into my household envelope. And that was it for December, and then now we're gonna go to the page where we compare the previous month, which was November to December. All right, so this one is the monthly comparison sheet, and we are going to compare our months. I hope you can read this. I wrote November in brown for Thanksgiving theme, you know, just trying to be festive here. All right, so for my monthly income change, we made $830.50. I can't, change is hard for me, both money-wise and personally. Focus. All right, so in comparing the monthly incomes, I made more in December. I made $830.55 more. That's because I got a $600 stimulus check, and then my overtime check was, I think, $220. So that's the reason this was more than November. For groceries, we spent less in December, $91 less, which isn't good to me. That's not a good thing that I did not really spend in groceries. I was eating out. So yeah, that's something we need to work on, is grocery shopping more and eating more at home. Restaurant category, we spent $94 more in December than November, which is not good, but those two, you know, correlate. Car, we spent nothing both months. For gas, we spent $23 less than November, which is good. I mean, we weren't going anywhere. Miscellaneous entertainment, I spent a lot more. I spent $220 more in December than November, and that was pretty much my one concert ticket. I splurged and got a pit ticket, so that was exactly that amount. For personal, we spent a lot more in December. We spent $744, which was $388 more than November. I splurged on a lot of skincare from Sephora and then all my shopping. So that was bad. Subscriptions, we spent $25 less. I had like some kind of credit from, I think it was Hulu. So that's not usual for me. My usual amount normally is the $159.94. Anyways, home, we spent $770 more in December, and that was because of my roof bill, like I said earlier. Utilities, I spent $47 more, which isn't too bad of a difference. Debt, we put away $427 less in December than November, which is not good. We need to focus back on debt. We're gonna be better in January, guys. We are gonna be better. Gifts, we spent a lot more. We spent $170 more than November, and that's because Christmas is in December, so that's not too bad. Pets, I spent less in. I spent $96 less than November because one of my cats has long hair, so she gets groomed like every 3 or 4 months. So she was groomed in November. That's why that was a bigger bill. For sinking funds, we put away $281 less than last month. You guys are getting the vibes. Medical, we spent the same. For braces. Household, I spent $57 more this month than last month. I bought a doormat, like a custom doormat from some friend on Instagram that's doing that now. Anyways, I need to get that from her too. Anyways, okay, so we spent a little bit more, not too bad. For technology or electronics, this is my phone bill and my Apple Watch. It was the same from last month and this month. And then my rollover was the same, 0 both months. So that was it. I just thought I would go over my monthly spending for the last couple months since I just started budgeting on YouTube. So this is kind of a feel of what usual months are for me, I guess. And we're gonna be better in January. We're gonna stick to the budget, that's the goal. We're going to not use our cards, really stick to cash, and that'll really help out. Please let me know what your goals are for next year. And I hope you guys have a happy and safe new year. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? It's Gigi from Budgeting with that's not my name. Girl, what's your name?